Space used to be America's playground. From Apollo to the Space Shuttle to the International Space Station, the US set the gold standard. But today, a warning bell is ringing. A new report suggests that within just 5 to 10 years, China could overtake the United States as the world's leading space power. Think about that. A nation that only launched its first astronaut in 2003 could soon control the moon, low Earth orbit, and the future of space exploration. How did this happen? Why is the US falling behind? And what does this mean for the future of humanity? Let's break it all down. The alarm comes from a new study called Redshift, published by the Commercial Space Federation. This advocacy group analyzed global space programs and concluded that China isn't just catching up to the US, it's setting the pace. Former NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine told senators recently, "Unless America reverses budget cuts and fixes delays, it is highly unlikely the US will beat China back to the moon." This isn't just about planting a flag. Whoever gets there first sets the rules on lunar resources, exploration priorities, even who gets access to bases and technology. In other words, leadership in space means leadership on Earth. So what exactly has China been up to? In 2023, it completed the Tiangong space station. Now permanently crewed and soon to be the only government-run station once the ISS is retired. The Tiangong missions have smashed milestones, bringing back lunar samples, mapping the moon in high detail, and even experimenting with making oxygen and fuel on the lunar surface. China plans to land astronauts on the moon by 2030 and build a fully operational lunar base by 2035. Back on Earth, China now operates 6 spaceports, enabling a higher launch cadence than almost any other country. And here's the kicker. China is achieving all this simultaneously. Its own Apollo, ISS, and SpaceX-style commercial era rolled into one. This level of coordination is staggering. In less than 20 years, China has done what took the US decades, and it's not slowing down. What's powering this surge? 2 words: funding and focus. In 2016, China invested about $164 million into commercial space companies. Last year, over $2.8 billion. That's a 17-fold increase in less than a decade. Meanwhile, NASA's budget, though still the world's largest, has faced political whiplash. At times, proposed cuts have threatened to slash programs in half. Every delay in Artemis or SpaceX's Starship is another opportunity for China to leap ahead. Another overlooked strategy is diplomacy. Through its Space Silk Road initiative, China has launched more than 80 international projects with partners like Russia, Pakistan, Nigeria, and even European institutions. This creates a web of influence, building ground stations in Africa, sharing satellite data with Asia, offering cheaper launch services to developing nations. Every deal expands China's footprint while eroding America's monopoly on space partnerships. Now, to be fair, the United States still leads in many areas: advanced robotics, deep space science missions, and commercial innovation from SpaceX, Blue Origin, and others. NASA's Artemis program does plan a moon landing by 2027, and the US still dominates in planetary science and space telescopes. But here's the danger. Leadership isn't about isolated victories. It's about momentum. And momentum is where China is pulling ahead. Why should we care who plants a flag first? Because space is no longer just about exploration. It's about economics, security, and survival. Resources. The moon has helium-3, rare earth metals, and water ice that can support future colonies. Security. Satellites are the backbone of global defense, communication, and navigation. Losing dominance here isn't an option. Prestige. Like in the Cold War, the nation that leads in space sets global norms. Who controls the future of the moon? Sets the rules for humanity's expansion. So yes, this matters to governments, to industries, and even to your daily life. Where does this lead us? A few scenarios. 1. China pulls ahead. By 2030, it lands astronauts, builds a lunar base, and dominates low Earth orbit. 2. The US fights back. A reinvestment in Artemis, commercial stations, and deeper alliances keeps America in the lead. 3. A multipolar space age. Instead of one leader, we see a patchwork of alliances: China, the US, India, the EU, each leading in different areas. The truth is, the future isn't written. It depends on decisions being made right now. So, will China really surpass the US in space within the next decade? The Redshift report says it's likely, but history shows space races can inspire breakthroughs. not just rivalries. Maybe the real question isn't who wins, but whether humanity can turn competition into cooperation and make space a frontier for everyone. Now I want to hear from you. Who do you think will win the new space race? China, the US, or a new alliance of nations? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the future of space.